I have to say, a lot of my clients are getting really sad, I would say borderline depressed over the last couple of months. And it's about not being able to find a job. People are really feeling stuck, either not being able to get a job or in jobs that they don't really like. And it's really frustrating because people have poured their hearts and souls and money and studied hard and all these things in college, and now they're out trying to build this career, and it just seems unfair. Like they put in all this work and it's just anticlimactic, right? Because you start to feel like, why did I even put in the work and the money? And then the student loans run in and all the things. I have this one client, and I've talked about her before on here. She's a coaching client, truly driven, go-getter, clear vision for a bright future. But reality hit, and it hit her like a double whammy when she got out in the workforce. She was juggling long hours at a job that barely paid the bills and really feeling completely overwhelmed and burnt out. It feels like her dream job just remained elusive. And then the frustration, the sadness, feeling overwhelmed, it really started to get to her, and she hit rock bottom, and that's when she reached out to me for help. And so I am not going to sit here and say that I can help you with your resume or cover letter, because that's not my thing. But when it comes to selling yourself, I'm really good at this. I think it's the entrepreneur in me. Selling yourself, building confidence, finding creative ways to pivot in your career or your job. When it comes to that, I got you. I've done it with my kids. I've done it with myself. I do it with my coaching clients. And one of the things that I say, start out with, what are your strengths? And that sounds so basic, but here's why it's not basic. Because when you're out looking for jobs and you're going through interview after interview and still not getting it, or people just aren't even returning your calls or responding to your resume, it starts to mess with your mind. It really can start to affect your self-worth. And starting with someone who's going to help you analyze your strengths, remind you of who you are. And why is that important? Because when you're meeting with recruiters, when you're going on interviews, when you're writing your resume, you don't want to write it from that woe is me, I'm not great, low self-worth energy. You want to come out like, bam, I am doing this, I'm confident. Like you want to have that energy about you that draws people in, right? The other thing is, when you walk into an interview, I've been an interviewer many times, whether it was in my company or when I was a professor and I was interviewing people for like candidates for the doctoral program. The thing is that when you're interviewing people, sometimes you're interviewing people for several hours, like sometimes from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. And God forbid if you were interviewing 2 days in a row, right? You often, like most of the time, like you're writing notes down, but you don't often remember like the person you saw at 8 a.m. by 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. You don't remember that much about that person. So I really try to work with my clients to create an energy that makes them memorable and also a personal story that helps them connect. Like being able to connect in the moment with the person you're interviewing with goes a long way, because that's what they're going to remember. I talk a lot on this channel about connection. Connection is the key, the core thing to relating with anybody, anywhere, anytime. Whether it's a relationship, an interviewee for a job, a recruiter, it's about connection. So when it comes to those things, psychotherapy and or coaching can really help you land that dream job or either just network in the right way. So if this resonated with you, do me a favor, leave some comments below. Help out people. This is supposed to be a sacred space. Help out people that are going through maybe the same thing. Leave some tips, some techniques that work for you. And if you yourself feel like you need extra help with this, check the links in the descriptions. There are links to work with me in psychotherapy and also my coaching program, which is really helping a lot of young professionals get back on their feet and find the job that works for them. Hope this helps, guys. Have a great day.